In the masterfully eerie, relentlessly atmospheric, and structurally dazzling psychological thriller Beautiful Ugly, New York Times best-selling phenomenon Alice Feeney, Rock, Paper, Scissors, Daisy Darker, delivers a tour de force in marital deception and unreliable narration. The narrative beautifully utilizes a grief-stricken exile and isolated island framework. The story follows Grady Greene, a once successful contemporary author currently trapped in a paralyzed state of writing block and profound sorrow. A year prior, his life was shattered on the worst, best day of his life. While on the phone with his wife, Abby, celebrating a massive career milestone, he heard her slam on the brakes, step out of her car, and vanish into the night, leaving behind a running vehicle perched on a cliffside. Desperate to escape his grief and restart his career, Grady accepts an invitation from his agent to stay at a remote, reclusive writer's cabin on the fictional Isle of Amberley in the rugged Scottish Highlands. Feeney's prose is a masterclass in Gothic tension, sharp, rhythmically haunting, and drenched in a dreamlike, claustrophobic atmosphere. The narrative employs a brilliant, fractured, dual-perspective structure, alternating between Grady's increasingly paranoid modern-day isolation on the island and Abby's final therapy sessions recorded just a week before she went missing. Feeney expertly weaponizes the gaslighting and revenge procedural tropes, turning the picturesque Scottish landscape into a living, breathing trap. When Grady hits a local woman with his car, who looks identical to his missing wife, only for her to claim her name is Aubrey and that she has no memory of him, the reality of the island begins to bend. Far from a superficial domestic mystery, Feeney constructs a deep, probing study on the psychological toll of isolation, the thin line between love and obsession, and the dark, hidden truths buried inside seemingly normal marriages. The audiobook format is an absolute masterpiece of audio suspense, brought to life with an exceptional, award-nominated performance by British film star Richard Armitage, alongside an equally brilliant female cast. Listeners will be thoroughly spellbound by Armitage's ability to capture Grady's spiraling sanity and desperate vulnerability, delivering the book's sharp, dry wit with a gravelly intensity that rings beautifully through headphones. The stark vocal contrast between the quiet isolation of the Scottish cabin and the chilling, clinical tone of the therapy sessions creates a high-stakes, addictive listening experience. It is a mandatory listen for fans who crave the intricate, puzzle box storytelling of Lucy Foley, Ruth Ware, or Gillian Flynn. By the time the final act exposes the terrifying reality of what happened on that cliffside, culminating in a jaw-dropping, horrific final twist that will leave you absolutely breathless, you will realize that Beautiful Ugly is a definitive triumph of contemporary thriller fiction, a dark, blood and ice-covered map of ultimate retribution.